friends, it's me. We're back with another weekly vlog. I had intentions to make a whole travel vlog. We just got back from Vegas. It was my cousin's wedding. I had intentions to vlog it and have that be its own little special video. Admittedly, I did not get much footage. Chalk it up to me living in the moment and not knowing where my phone was half the time. So I will include the clips that I got here. So
hi.
I did not see you.
Buffalo wheel and buffalo.
Buffalo, so
Not ponies, we're doing buffalo. 3-wheel
halter.
no wheels.
We got a leftover cookie shot. And today's the day my cousin gets married.
She was obsessed with Home Alone 3, making up scenarios for her dolls, and of course, being my Velcro.
We got tiramisu, banana bread, strawberry matcha cake, Snickers tarts.
Creme brulee, caramel ubi mini cupcake, pistachio Dubai something, and a vanilla waffle cone. Yum. Quit looking shy. Smile for the camera. Lean into it. Rock with it.
Yeah, that was our Vegas trip in a nutshell. It was very fun. I will say, I think my husband and I are done with Vegas for a while. I feel like 2 Vegas trips in 6 months is a bit much, you know? I'm sick of being dehydrated. Why does nowhere in that city have water? Anyway, it was a wonderful time, beautiful wedding. Funny enough, okay, the wedding was wonderful, beautiful. My cousin is literally the most stunning bride I've ever seen. She looked like a little fairy princess, and all of her bridesmaids looked like villains that were sent there to corrupt her. It's kind of funny, like, looking at all of us put together, but it was such a fun time. I got to dance a lot. I I don't want to say this was the highlight of the trip because obviously my cousin getting married is a highlight, but in a very close second, I got to get in the cockpit of a plane. I got to pretend to drive the plane, and that's like a dream come true. I got a fortune before we left that said, you will be traveling soon and come into a fortune. And, obviously you're going to Vegas. You think it means you're going to win big on the slots. That did not happen, but I got to get in the cockpit of a plane, sit down, hands on the yoke. Bzzz. What a feeling. What a feeling. And I got 2 blind boxes, and I got the things that I wanted in those blind boxes. So I guess that was my fortune. My little dreams come true. So that is it for Vegas. And now we're just spending the week getting back into the routine, getting back into the swing of things. Obviously, I ate like a banshee all weekend, did not drink enough water. I walked places, but did not move my body enough. So we're getting back into all of that. The journaling, the reading, the hobbies, the health and wellness, all of that. Getting back into it this week. So, I guess come along. Let's have a little reset coming back from Vegas. And yeah, we'll see what we get into this week. Friday. We made it to the weekend. I feel like it's been kind of a weird week. We're coming back from Vegas, getting back into the routine. I got back into the gym this week. Started weightlifting again. Got my shoulder, so that's fun. I have literally had my little heating pad just on me all day. And I smell like Tiger Balm because I can't stop putting it on because it hurts so bad. But that's neither here nor there. I feel like I've also kind of been in a book slump. I feel like I have created a safe space here on my little channel. So I am free to admit that I watched a TikTok of this really fine man who was all tattooed, riding a motorcycle, who was a lawyer. And I was like, I need to read something like this. I need to read something like this where this man is the main character. I couldn't find anything specifically. I did start Den of Vipers and swiftly DNF'd it. I think I got 20% of the way through because I was like, some people really like this. Some people really don't, but some people really do. And I just couldn't anymore. I cannot with that girl who is not like the other girls. She's so rocker girl. She wears boots and she wears red lipstick. And she don't have to wear makeup, but maybe she will for her captors. And like the men were all weird. One of them had like CTE and was cutting people's nipples off. So it was not for me. And I'm really in the mood to read a dark romance. I just can't find one that's holding my attention. So maybe we need to pivot to monster romances. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I got an exciting hold in at the library. Half His Age by Jeanette McCurdy. I've been wanting to read this since it came out. So I'm very excited to get into this tonight. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little nervous about the content of this. Hashtag trigger warning. But we'll be fine. So that's all, I guess. I'll catch y'all this evening. Bye. Got my fun beverage. I'm gonna do my nails. I got a new toy in the mail. Typically when I do my magnetic nail Typically when I do my magnetic nail polish, I use this little thing that came with my mooncat polish. And it's good, it does the job. But I've seen the girls on Reddit use these horseshoe magnets. A 22-pound horseshoe magnet. So we're going to attempt to use this and see if it does a better job with my nails. So let's do that. And then after that, we're gonna get into this. But nails first, because they're too long and they're, say it with me, crusty. So let's get these fixed up.
Saturday. I love a weekend morning when I can just stay in bed and finish a book. I did just finish Half His Age this morning, and I'm surprised by how good it was. I kind of thought it was going to be like Gen Z's version of Lolita or My Dark Vanessa, but I think I just actually categorize it as like weird girl, icky girl book, which I love. And yeah, the content matter is illegal. A 17-year-old is falling in love with her English teacher and doing all that. Sir, what are you doing? But I did really like it. I gave it 4 stars. It was weird. It was gross. It was icky. But I still really liked it. And it doesn't seem like other people on Storygraph agree with that, but I did enjoy it. Whatever. So that's the update, I guess. Now we have to get ready because we're having friend hangout this afternoon. So gotta do that. Gotta figure out what book I want to read next. It might be Oathbringer. I think it's time. So that's it for now. I will catch y'all later.
Or you can, gamble. I could do it if I wanted to use advice here. Okay. Did you roll a 5? You rolled a 5, didn't you?
Hello, dear friends. Happy Sunday. Popping in to close this odd little weekly-ish vlog out. It's been a pretty good weekend. We had the friends over yesterday for a little belated birthday party. We went to Build-A-Bear. I got a Vaporeon. My husband collaborated on her accessories and we got her a Cowboys hat. Represent, maybe this will be their year. But she's so cute and so perky and so big girl. She also talks. So she's precious and I love her. And she's a very firm girl. I feel like I stuffed her a little too much, but I know that I'm going to be like, she's going to be my reading buddy for a long time. And I think she will get less stuffed as time goes on. So this is the new baby girl. So we did that, played some games, had some drinks, good time as per usual. And then today we got up, cleaned the house, put it back in order, and we went to go see Project Hail Mary. I feel bad because I want to give it like 7 stars. I don't know what Andy Ware injected into that story, but it has captivated me fully. I've read the book, I listened to the audio, I watched the movie now. All of them are out of this world. Pun intended, I guess. The movie followed the book so well. Mason was talking with me about it afterwards, and he was like, why'd you keep grabbing me? You've seen the movie, you know what happened, or you've read the book, you know what happens. And I was like, I don't know, like, I was a little bit worried about how the director and everything would have interpreted the book, and if it was going to follow it and what might have changed in the movie version, it followed it almost to a T. I was so pleased with it. Of course, the book has more to it. Everything goes more into depth, but the movie was so good, and it was so amazing to see Rocky like come to life and his little personality on screen. It was just, I can't recommend that story enough. And I think that movie is going to go into like my top movies of all time. I will be rewatching it. I have half a mind to listen to the audiobook again. I have to stop myself. I'm having to restrain myself because I love that story so much. So, highly recommend that if you're able to go see it. It's very good. And then for the rest of today, I'm just chilling out and reading. I am sort of in between some things. I saw someone on YouTube, I can't remember her name now, but I'll put it like on screen somewhere. She started reading Snake Eater by T. Kingfisher and was really enjoying it. And I do love T. Kingfisher. I don't think I realized she had written another book. I don't know which this is categorized as. I just kind of saw she had a new book and I was like, I'm gonna get that because it's on Kindle Unlimited and I can have it now. So I'm gonna start this. I don't know if it's more of her horror or fantasy or maybe a mix of both. It sounds like it could go either way. Because basically this woman is going to like what seems like Arizona. It's like a deserted place. And this town has like maybe 18 people living in it. She's trying to go visit her aunt, finds out her aunt dies, and gets to like live in her aunt's house while she's like figuring things out. She didn't know her aunt died. So the post office lady is like, I'll let you stay in the house. No one's gonna know, no one's gonna care. And then there's like a god that haunts the house or something, and he takes an interest in her. So, that could be fantasy. Could also be horror, depending how you spin it. So I'm excited to get into this and see how the story unfolds. I also really need to get back into Oathbringer. I can't remember if I've talked about it in this video or not. I started reading it in Vegas. It was my plane book, my pool book. It was the book of the trip. I only got about 130 pages in. But I was so tired on the plane and so distracted at the pool that I don't know if I remember the last like 3 chapters that I read. So I think I'm gonna have to go back, reread the last couple chapters that I have put down and just make sure I remember what happened and get back into this because what I have read is very good and what Mason has talked about is very good. Apparently this one's like a little more romantical of the stories. So I'm excited to see what happens. So we'll figure out which one of these it's going to be today. But I will be reading the rest of the evening. So I'm going to edit the video, read my book, and that'll be it. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for being here. Take care, stay hydrated, and let's have a good week ahead. Bye.